Hello and welcome YouTubers and Doctor Who fans to another installment of the Showcase series for June 2015. I've got a lot of snazzy good stuff to show you, such as Big Finish and books. So here we have the books I got for June 2015. You've probably seen these before from my book collection. We got 3 Virgin Missing Adventures and 1 Big Finish short trip release. And let's go for the Virgin Missing Adventures stuff first. With the first one was actually released from the range, which is Goth Opera, featuring the 5th Doctor and Nyssa. And Nyssa plays a very good role in it. Overall, not bad of a book. I enjoyed that one. Next book, which is another 5th Doctor book, featuring Turlough, so it's after Resurrection of the Daleks, which is The Lords of Storm, written by David A. Mackenzie, who's a very mixed writer, so I'm not sure what to expect. Yeah, I have to look at some reviews until I read this one to see what it's like. And for the last one, which I have read, and I love this book, which is Killing Ground. I love the Cybermen in this, good old 60s. But I'll check what other people think about this story, but personally I really like it. And the last Doctor Who book I got is Transmissions, and I got it for £15 as an eBay bid, and no one bidded on it, so that's great. Yeah, I'm so happy I got this in my collection. And yeah, when these were released, they were all worth £15, but these ones are like gold. Yeah, if you find any of these in the charity shop, any Big Finish short trip book, just get it, because some of them are extremely difficult to get and they're worth a lot of money. And Transmissions is one of them, so if you see Transmissions or any Big Finish book in a charity shop or anything like that, pick it up. So there were the books. Let's go on to the best part of the showcase, of course, Big Finish. And I got a nice big bundle by here. I can just get on camera. There's a lovely bunch of them by there. So let's do these in order, starting with the monthly range. So the first Big Finish audio from the monthly range is The Juggernauts, a well-known classic Doctor Who story from Big Finish's monthly range. So I had to get this one at some stage, and I'm glad I did. Also features Mel, who is a lot more bearable in Big Finish. Believe me or not, that is true. And I haven't listened to this story yet, but on Amazon it seems to be mixed opinions. There's a lot of people just absolutely praise it, but there's others who don't really understand it or something like that, or don't get it. I don't really know what they mean by that, because of course I haven't listened to it. I'll see what I think about it. Next Big Finish monthly range story, which again features the 6th Doctor and Mel. This one really intrigues me, which is Catch 1782. I've heard it has a lot of character development with Mel, so I have to see what that's all about. But yeah, I don't really know anything about it, except for it's more of a character based story, not really featuring any monsters. But yeah, I'm very intrigued by it. Also the blurb of the story really intrigues me as well. Next one, which is a 5th Doctor story, Freeze a Crowd. The trailer quite intrigued me, so I said why not. Haven't looked on any reviews of this story. I pretty much know nothing about it. Next one, which I got from 51 to 100 sale, the recent one, which is Timeworks, an 8th Doctor story. I've almost completed the 8th Doctor monthly range stories. I only need Absolution and The Girl Who Never Was. Oh, and I need 3 more Divergent Universe stories, and that's it. So 5 more stories. It's nice to complete the 8th Doctor monthly range stories. This one really intrigues me, Timeworks. I don't know anything about the story content, I've just heard it's a brilliant story. It reminds me of Equilibrium and The Queen of Time a little bit, so that's going to be really good. Next story, which is again from 51 to 100, which is Exotron by Paul Sutton. Again, really intrigues me by the trailer, and it is actually a 5-parter, sorry, not a 5-parter, a 3-parter, and includes 1 bonus 1-part episode, which is Urban Myths, again written by the same writer. Yeah, another one which intrigues me by the trailer. Again, don't know too much about it, or absolutely anything about it to be honest. It's just the blurb of the story and the trailer intrigues me about it. Next one is a recent Big Finish story, which I've already reviewed. Last of the Cybermen by Alan Barnes. Well, you know my opinions on this because I've already reviewed it. I don't really like this one, to be honest. There's a lot of things about it which I like, such as the heavy continuity references of many TV stories, but it just fails on a lot of lines, such as supporting characters I find very dull. The storyline doesn't really have no build up, to be honest. And then part 4 feels like a copy and paste of Evil of the Daleks. I'll give it a third listen if it potentially changed my score, but we have to wait and see, to be honest. But I don't expect it to be better. Next one from the Fourth Doctor Adventures, Suburban Hell. Now everyone, absolutely everyone, was not looking forward to this release. But when it came out, it was praised like hell. It was. People absolutely loved this release. But what do I think about Suburban Hell? Well, unfortunately, you do have to wait on that. Next one is the Companion Chronicle release, a range which I do not explore at all, but there is an upcoming release which I wanted to get, which is the First Doctor Volume 1. If we turn it around, it features 4 stories, which is The Sleeping Blood, which features Before an Earthly Child, The Unwidened World, which features somewhere after the Crusade, The Founding Fathers, Before the Mythmakers, and The Locked Room. Doesn't really have a chronological placement, but I don't really know, to be honest. But haven't listened to any of the stories yet. Been listening to other Big Finish stories, so this one isn't being on my mind right now. But I am intrigued to give this one a listen, and of course review it someday. Next Big Finish story, which is on the monthly range, which is The Highest Science. Yeah, I've got all the novel adaptations releases now, so soon I will do an overview of what I class Season 1 of the novel adaptations, which is Love and War, Highest Science, Romance of the Crime, English Way of Death, Damaged Goods, and Well-Mannered War. So I'll overview all of them, ranking them to worst to best. But I haven't listened to The Highest Science yet, or Love and War. So when I do listen to them, I will overview Season 1 as I class it. Another release which I've already reviewed, which is The Triumph of Sutekh, which seems to be rather mixed, but most of the majority of people do like it rather than criticise it. Honestly, I like it as a great release, and I think it's brilliant. But there's been so much criticism about the resolution of the story. I think it's a little bit convoluted, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. That's not really my criticism about it. It's just I don't like the final story. Just the story itself, the Tears of Isis, I just don't find it as great as the other 3 in the set. But yeah, it's a good set. I do enjoy this one, an 8.5 I'll give it. And for the last Big Finish thing I've got, which isn't Doctor Who, and it is Blake 7. That's a surprise, isn't it? I've been watching the Blake 7 TV show, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. I got used to the characters, so I said, why not? Just give a Blake 7 Big Finish release a go. And I got the Liberator Chronicles Volume 1. And then all the stories featured in the set by there. And yeah, I'm happy I've got into another non-Doctor Who range. And if I enjoy the Liberator Chronicles, I will get the other volumes. So, thank you very much for watching the showcase for June 2015. I appreciate you watching this video. Have a good one.